This space video was created by the facts that you, my fellow explorers, supplied. You should be very proud of yourselves, and I'm very proud of you. I learned so much from you. Thank you for taking me on this journey. Space, the final frontier, the great expanse, the big up, whatever you want to call it, it is undeniably cool. So cool, it's cold, like negative 454.81 degrees Fahrenheit cold. That's super cool. Welcome to our space exploration experiment, where we're going to take the crowdsourced information that we got from all of my fellow explorers and blast off into some uncharted territory. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you in space. Let's start with the facts. Thanks to your comrades, we know the following. Space is cold. So cold, you might ask? How cold is it? Do you remember? Space is negative 454.81 degrees Fahrenheit. The coldest day in Los Angeles last year was 38 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's not even cold enough to freeze water, but it is cold enough to make me want to grab a hat and a scarf. Imagine a place that is colder than the coldest you've ever been. That's space. But not everything in space is cold. The planet Venus, second from the sun, is hot. So hot, you might ask, how hot is it? The average temperature on Venus is 864 degrees Fahrenheit. The average hottest day in Los Angeles is 103. Venus is more than 8.5 times hotter than LA ever will be. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. It has a diameter, that means straight across the middle, about 88,695 miles, which is 11 times bigger than Earth. In fact, it could fit over 1,300 Earths inside. Neptune, our 8th planet, is farthest from the sun. It is a bright azure blue color, and it has 14 moons and a really active weather system. Our planet, Earth, has a lot of water on it. About 71% of the Earth's surface is covered in water. Humans are made up of 60% water. Is it a coincidence? Or is it just one of the many reasons Earth is an ideal place for humans to live? Also, there's the fact that Earth has the only breathable air in our solar system. There's no air in space. Planet Earth, along with the other planets in our solar system, travel around the sun. It takes a full year for our planet to make its full rotation. Right now, planet Mars is 93 million miles away. So according to one explorer, when you get to Mars, you're already an old man. But here's the thing, Mars's orbit around the sun is elliptical, which means the distance of 93 million miles is constantly changing. And Mars will only be around 35 million miles away when it's closest to the Earth, which is a journey that will take less than a year. And NASA is looking to get people on Mars by the year 2030. So you won't be an old man or an old woman. You'll be teenagers when we get to Mars. Rocket ships have fire under them. This is what happens when a rocket launches and the fuel it takes to push off the Earth with tremendous force that it takes to escape the Earth's gravitational pull, that pressurized air force that is created in order to launch, that makes the fire. It's also known as thrust. And rockets aren't the only thing that shoots out fire. Our sun has rays and solar flares that blast out. When astronauts are in space, there's no gravity. Space does not have gravity. Gravity is a force that holds us on the ground. It's the reason we come back down when we jump. We cannot escape gravity on Earth. Not by ourselves, anyway. Go ahead and try, right now. Yep. Go ahead, jump up as high as you can. I'm waiting. Oh, you're back to Earth so soon? Huh. Must be gravity, huh? As you gaze out at the night sky, what can you see? Can you pick out any constellations? Did you know that long ago, before scientists figured out GPS and Google Maps and even MapQuest, that people would rely on the stars at night for navigation? Can you imagine going to your grandma's house late at night and looking up at the stars and finding your way by the stars? That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that science has come such a long way. So far, we've been talking about the planets in our solar system. But did you know there are loads of other planets out there, far outside of our own solar system? They're called exoplanets, and they rotate around their own suns, which are also called stars, just like our sun is a star. Also, in solar systems far away, there are sometimes black holes. A black hole is an area of such immense gravity that it pulls in on itself, and nothing, not light, not even time, can escape it. Imagine the world's most incredible vacuum, the black hole. To the best of this space cadet's abilities, those were fact-checked space facts. Now for some space theories. In science, a theory is something that we believe to be true, but we can't possibly be completely certain. But we can only be mostly certain. And so these are things we are so mostly certain about. Until we have evidence that proves otherwise, we might as well call them facts, but they're not, they're theories. The first theory is that our universe was created by the Big Bang. 14 billion years ago, when everything in the universe was stuck inside of a tiny bubble that was much smaller than the top of a pinhead. And it was much hotter and denser than anything we can imagine. And then, one day, suddenly, it exploded and matter shot out everywhere and our universe was created. Space is infinite, which means it goes on and on and on and on forever. There is evidence to support this in that the universe is expanding. That means the universe is getting bigger. We know this because scientists have seen the distance between unbound gravitational objects in space grow over time. Because space is infinite, some places in space will take years to travel to, lifetimes to travel to. But space travel is becoming more and more accessible. And there's a decent chance that some of you explorers may find yourself on a mission to terraform Mars, while some of you might enjoy a luxury cruise aboard a starship in outer space. I think that makes it a very exciting time to be alive, and I, for one, can't wait to see what the future holds. Until next time, my fellow explorers, this is Zay, signing off.